Hi, it's Sarah J. Naylor here, career transformation strategist, coach, author and speaker. Thank you for stopping by. Today I want to talk to you about the importance of asking good questions during an interview. It is so important to an employer to know that you are interested in their job, their organisation, the role, how you fit into the business, and showing that with some enthusiasm. Because when they are recruiting, invariably they want to recruit somebody who's going to come and join them and who wants to stay. They want to employ somebody who wants to work for them specifically, not just a job, any job. So if you are very focused in terms of what it is you are looking for career-wise, it's so important to be mindful of this, because an employer wants to know, as I say, that you want to work for them specifically. And you can convey that through your questions. If you have read the job description thoroughly, for example, before you go along for the interview, if you have done your research, both of which you really do need to be doing, make sure you've been on the website, you've looked at the business, you know what they actually do. Make sure you've read the job description, you've done some research generally, you've made contact with people, you've been on the social media platforms, LinkedIn, for example, and just found out more. They're not expecting you to be able to tell you absolutely everything about the business from the moment it was set up 200 years ago to where it is now, but at least you have some knowledge, that you have shown some level of interest, that you can demonstrate that through questions, well-formed questions that show that you have done that research, you are interested, and it's because you've done the research you're even more interested. It's because you've read the job description that you've got skills that match that you can bring your expertise to them. It's asking about where you would fit into the organisation itself and how, where you can see yourself working and what it's like to work there. There are so many rich questions that you could ask, and it's so important to ask them nice open questions like how does it work, how does the job work, what does it look like, who will I be working with, where does it fit into the organisation, what's happened in the last year, what are your plans for the future, where does the role go, who does it lead into, who does it report into, etc. Just think about the who, how, what, where, when, why questions, because they start an open dialogue from which the employer can then answer, and it shows that interest. And also do it with enthusiasm. So you become a little bit more animated and say, that sounds great. I really like that. Whoa, yeah, that's brilliant. And I read about this and I heard about that. And when I went onto your website, and it's putting those bits of reference in. And do you know what? That then transfers to the person that's interviewing you. They go, hey, this person's really interested. They know their stuff here. I think they know more than I do about the company, and it impresses them. I'm not saying every time you're going to get the job, but you are increasing your chances of being taken to the second interview or being offered the job. So take that time before you go along for the interview to think about the job you're being interviewed for. Do your research on the website, on LinkedIn, read the job description and have some questions. And do you know what? If you've genuinely not got any questions at the end, you can actually finish the conversation when they ask you, do you have any questions, by saying, do you know what? I think you've covered everything that I was going to ask. It sounds a great place to work. I'm really interested in the role. And you could actually ask the question, do you have any reservations? Because actually at that point, if they have, they might bring that to your attention and you might be able to then overcome their objection. And I'll just give you a little bit of personal detail on that. Many, many years ago, I had a long telephone interview for a role in recruitment. And I nearly lost the opportunity because I asked so many questions over the telephone that when I was drawn in for an interview, they'd answered everything. I mean, I'd literally asked so many questions, and the interviewer at the time said to me, "Do you know what? Really like you, but you've not really asked many questions." And he recounted later on when they employed me that my eyes flashed. And I went, "Okay, well, I'll answer you all the questions I already know the answers to." Fortunately, obviously, the role I was recruited for was within recruitment, which is all to do with communication, sales to a degree, and building relationships with people. Obviously, it went down well and I got the job, but it is so important, and I can't emphasise that enough. So thank you for listening. I hope this has helped. Please do subscribe to my channel because I'm constantly recording and releasing careers related content that may well just help you get that dream job of yours. So take care, and I look forward to seeing you on here again. Thank you for listening.